We're gonna be checking out a Funko Pop store that hasn't been touched in years. The other day I got an email saying would I like to come down to a store that is reopening, and inside is a bunch of products that nobody has seen for a long time. This is really exciting because honestly I have no clue what they're gonna have, and the store is called Eat Sleep Game and should be opening up again this week. And so I guess, what are we waiting for? I'll see you there! Okay everybody, we made it to the store and it hasn't been open for years, so I am seriously curious to see what pops they're gonna have. I can actually already see them through the window. This is pretty exciting. Okay everybody, so we've made it inside and this place is massive. Wall-to-wall games as well as figures and of course why we're here, Funko Pops. And as soon as I walked in, check this out over here, we actually have a good section behind the counter. Oh, and now this is funny everybody, I just noticed now, but I'm on both of the TVs, my shorts as well as, is that the advent calendar video? Yeah, I guess so. And now taking a look at what they've got back here, because there is some amazing stuff like the Buffy the Vampire Slayer 3-pack. I know my friend Luco is a big fan of Buffy. That would be really cool. Oh, and check this one out, everybody. The Chase Ugly doll, and I believe that is Wage, yeah, for $600. Pretty crazy, but they are a super limited figure, especially if you're able to get that Chase because it is a 1 in 36, not a 1 in 6 like it is now. Going down a little bit more, I see like the original Turtles. We've got Taxi Driver, which is really cool. Judge Dredd. Is that Herman Munster too? That one's really great. And then going below that as well, we've got like Sonic and just a bunch of other really cool ones like the original Hello Kitty. Muscle Man is an awesome figure. The Great Gazoo, so many different ones. And now to the right, there's another great section here with Big Bird and Mr. Snuffleupagus. We also have a bunch of the Christmas ones like the original set that would technically be in, I believe, Pop Holiday and not movies. It was weird. I don't know why they did that. I've got a few from those sets, but not all of them, that's for sure. And then doing a little bit more digging, we've got like the White Walker that was an HMV exclusive years ago, as well as I believe most of, if not all of the Fifth Element ones, Nacho Libre, and most of the Pulp Fiction set. Maybe that actually could be all of them. Oh no, you know what? There's one that's missing. I don't remember his name. Was it Butch? Is Butch his name? I don't know. Oh, and then in the bottom right, there's also Stan Lee, 2 different versions, and Bill and Ted. The craziest part is about this whole thing is that this is only the first section. We still have an entire store to look through. Now, this next spot that I came over to here has a lot of like action figures, and I am pretty excited about checking these out because I'm liking, and Nate, if you're watching, I want to show you guys this one here. Look, some older Transformers generation stuff. That's pretty sick. And also, it looks like they've got a bunch of Nendroids, which I just actually recently picked up a bunch of them, and I don't know if there's any that I have here, but there are some pretty good video game ones in this section. And coming down a little bit farther, of course, they've got some Funko Pops. Okay, so I did a little bit of digging through this section here, and there is some cool figures like Blue Ghost, as well as the original Buddy the Elf. We've also got like Voltron, the metallic version. I also saw hidden in the back the Mrs. Potts and Chip, and I gotta show you this one because, come on, it is just such a good figure. It's like one of the first ones I ever picked up. Now that's pretty much all of that section over there, but now I want to show you guys some of the stuff that they have in the middle where there is a lot of video games and retro ones too, and I think that's really cool because I've never seen so many in one spot. Like, look at this entire cabinet. It just keeps going. And now coming to the side wall over here, this is probably their largest section of Pops in the entire store, and we're gonna kind of go through it a little bit. See, the thing is there's just so many here, it's gonna be tough, but like look at this one here, just pulling one off the wall. Mariner Moose, such a good one. But yeah, it just keeps going. Like that is one of probably a couple hundred over here. And now right away, some of the ones that stand out to me here on the wall is like the entire section of Masters of the Universe. I'm a big fan of these. We've got like Webster, King Hiss, Grizzlor. Ooh, look at this one here too, everybody. One of my favorites, Man at Arms. This one's really great. And then going down a little bit farther, I'm noticing some random ones here, just like a lot of the ones that you don't see very often. And that's what's cool because they haven't had anybody in here for years. So a lot of these weird figures are just going to be on the shelf. And I want to know too, because they said they haven't repriced any of these figures. Are they kind of like a good deal? I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think? And way down at the end over here, buddy, I want to check out the giant Simpsons section that they have, like Stupid Sexy Flanders, Glowing Mr. Burns, Bartman. I also see just the regular Mr. Burns, some you don't see again very often. Oh, and then right above that, everybody, check it out, a giant selection of Overwatch characters. Pretty cool. Now here is something interesting that I want to show everybody. They actually let me take this one that they have, and now I'm gonna start off right away with, this isn't a real figure. They apparently got it in a little while ago, and it's fake. So check this out, everybody, though. It is the Planet Arlia Vegeta, and I'm gonna show you a few things about it and why it is fake, because there's a few telltale things right away. Like if you'll notice with this one here, the Scouter and figure is a bit of a weird color, like there's something off about it. And when you look at the top here, it's actually really close on the line all the way around. Actually, let me get a real figure real quick. I'm just taking stuff off the wall over here. But anyways, the one that I wanna show you is Taskmaster, because it doesn't matter what character you're looking at, it's always gonna have an even line all the way around the border of the character. But if you take a look at this one here, it's super close on the top, and it's almost like cutting off the hair. So the box is a big reason why this would be like an obvious fake. And when you take a look on the bottom, does it have a date? I'm not seeing one. It appears to be missing, and I don't know if that's, you know, because of this figure originally, but usually you would say like what year it released. I'm looking if there's also any lifting on the sticker, because that is a thing sometimes where like maybe they actually put like a real one on there, or they just reprinted it, and none of it really does look amazing, but it's so cool that I was able to check out something like this because you don't see it every day. Oh, and apparently everybody, I am taking this thing home. They don't want it in the store. Anyway, so getting back to looking around, I want to show you guys this section here where they have some pretty cool figures and some weird Funko products that I, again, haven't seen in years. So up at the top there, I want to show you guys, like, just panning through it. There's some great 6-inch ones, as well as, like, the Great Protector from Shang-Chi is something that, again, you don't really see much. Also, I'm liking all the pop rides at the top there, like the Rick's Ship, Harry Dune, Ecto 1, and the Muldoon Raptor Hunt. I do have that in the collection, but again, it's a weird one. You like to see it. Oh, and then down here at the bottom, check this out, everybody. It's The World of Pop, which is a book that they used to do with Funko, where I don't know if it was, like, people that worked at the company or if it was, like, fans of the actual collectibles would take these photos and then they would put them into this book and sell it on the website. Funny enough, though, I actually believe I have World of Pop Volume 4. I got it at EB Games years and years ago, but hey, it's really cool for like practically retail. Found another spot way at the bottom here, everybody. It's a bin of like out-of-box characters, and I don't think they're that expensive. I saw the White Walker in here. Yeah, you can get it for like $3.99, so if you don't care about the box, this would be a good way to get some pretty rare figures. I also saw like Proto Man down here, and I'm trying to see if there's anybody else. Like, is this Justin Timberlake? Yes, yeah, it is. Now, here is something I didn't expect to see. I was looking through the shelf of like the action figure ones we took a look at a little earlier, and I totally missed this. It is a vinyl cubed figure, which is actually created by Funko, and there's a giant collection of them that I remember seeing like maybe in 2012, 2011, sometime around then. Is there a date on this thing? I don't know, but either way, it is a weird old figure that you don't see. Alrighty, everybody, we are back, and thank you to Dean, the owner of the store, for letting me do that. Seriously, a lot of fun. And now I guess we'll just go through the couple figures that I ended up picking up, and I don't know if I really showed you what I grabbed. Like, we definitely talked about some of these figures, but I didn't really tell you, like, oh, I'm picking that up. You might be able to see a few of them in the side of the bag, so let me move it down here for now so we don't spoil everything. And I guess we can check out the Planet Arlia Vegeta one more time before we move on, because they actually let me take this one home. Pretty crazy, I know. They just let me have a Planet Arlia Vegeta, and if you guys don't know, this is one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive, Dragon Ball Pop. Like, you can even see, and I didn't talk about this while we were there, but the number 10 is off-centered in the top. Like, it's not even the same, and then on the back, it's like off to the right. How weird. The only thing that I haven't done, though, is I actually didn't get to take it out of the box. So now I'm a little bit curious to see what is going on with that. Like, does the head rotate all right? Like, it seems okay. I don't know, there's just so many weird things about it. It's definitely not real. It's weird though, because the box does have a little bit of like wear and tear like a normal older box would, but I know some of these fakes are years old, so that could totally happen. Let's see here. I guess let's start with this one here, which is, check it out, Voltron. So amazing. Now, they were actually nice enough to gift me a couple of these figures, which I did not expect at all. Like, you totally didn't have to do that. I'm talking to you, Dean, the one that owns the store. Specifically, I'm talking to him right now. Like, I was going to purchase all of these figures, and he was like, you know what, for helping out and filming the video, he just gave me a few of them. So I wanted to mention that ahead of time before I started getting into them, and I will let you know which ones he gave me for free. So seriously, amazing. Thank you so much for that. And anyways, I ended up getting this Voltron here, the metallic version, the original one too, which I do not have in my collection at all, so the metallic is a pretty good bonus. It was priced at $40, and I don't know, like, is that price higher or lower than it is now? Because like I had mentioned while we were there, they haven't changed any of them in years. I would be curious to see if maybe that's a good deal or a little high. I really have no clue. And so anyways, taking a look at this figure, I love the metallic on it, as well as all of the colors being metallic too, and the logo in the middle. There's just so many cool things going on. And his blade, like, overall, it's also from 2016. Did I mention that? Almost 10 years old. I don't know. It's just a really fun figure, and I'm so glad that I was able to get it. And then, everybody, the next ones that I got here are kind of a duo. Well, actually, they're definitely a duo. So let's just start with this one here, it was Ernie, and they had it priced at $30. I had got the flocked version of Ernie, as well as, well, you know who's coming up next. So Bert, a long time ago from my uncle. He was actually nice enough to pick them up for me while he was in Singapore. And funny enough, I actually happen to have them right here. So let me show you that Ernie. And it's not that different, but I love picking up Sesame Street figures when I can. So if it's different, even if it's just like a flocked version of it or a regular one, I gotta go for it. And I know I am still missing a couple of them. Like, I don't have the orange version of Oscar. There's a few. So anyways, though, that's the reason that I got this one today. And by the way, he was nice enough to also gift me this one and this one. And then that was all the gifting. Everything else, which is one more figure, I will show you I paid for that one, which I'm actually really excited about too. And anyways, let's take a look at Bert here, because it is, again, a really great one. And I like having the non-flocked versions as well, because I'm always worried that when I take flocked pops out of the boxes, I'm somehow gonna like nick or tear the actual flocking. So with these ones here, it's nice. You can like take them out, drop them if you happen to, and nothing's gonna happen with them. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. And also, if you're wondering on the price for this one, it was the same as Ernie at $30. But anyways, everybody, now getting into the last figure that I got, and this was one that I was like, yes, I've totally got to go for it, because I have the other version of him, but I didn't have this one. And it is the Christmas Story Bunny Suit Ralphie. The one that I have is Sheriff Ralphie, and I've had it in my collection for years. Probably right around when it first released is when I would have got it, I think. And anyways, taking a look on the back, if you guys want to check it out, there's Sheriff Ralphie. And they did also have the old man with the leg lamp. I just didn't go for it because I was like, it's out of season. Maybe next time if I go back, I'll have to pick it up then. Oh, and if you're wondering on a price for this one, they had it at $200, which I felt was pretty reasonable for such an old pop like this. I hardly ever see him. It also came inside of a protector, and the box, for it being a 2013 release, really does look nice. Like, it's almost like somebody just threw it right into a protector and never took it out. I also am just such a big fan of the way Ralphie looks in this one, and I guess I could try to collect every single one of, and I don't know this actor's name, but what I do know is that he was Ming Ming in, well, of course, Elf. So I have Ming Ming, I have this one, and I've got the Sheriff Ralphie. Is that every single pop he's got? It might be. I don't know if he voices anybody, but I don't think he has any, like, pops of him himself. So anyways, it's just kind of like a funny little subset that I now have complete, I think. And well, anyways, everybody, there we go. That is everything for today. And thank you again to Dean from Eat Sleep Game for allowing me to go in and check out the store a little bit early. And if you're in the area, I definitely recommend going to check out the store because they've got some really great video games, collectibles, and of course, pops. Videos like this don't happen very often, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow!